Right, so Aaron, obviously it's not the way that anyone wants to go out after penalties, but what are yours and Brad's thoughts on obviously the game itself and how the team performed?
I think we started the game really well. First 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I think we looked sharp. We're moving the ball well, we're moving them about well, we were finding the spare man. Got the goal, albeit fortunate on our side. They'll be disappointed with conceding that goal. But then we go and do the same thing five minutes later and concede a really sloppy goal defensively from a set piece, which we know is one of their strengths. So it's frustrating because obviously we've played against them not too long ago. So conceding in something that we've spoken about and something that we've tried to shore up on is disappointing. I think then it just kind of then is more frustrating with the fact that they started the game quite lacklustre. I thought that they looked like they were sort of lacking in energy, and we didn't capitalise on it as much as what we could have done. I think if we had a little bit more ruthlessness, if we smelt blood a little bit more and were really aggressive with it, I think we could have seen the game off quite early, but we allowed them to come back into the game, feel their way into the game, and then it was quite similar to a couple of weeks ago when we played them. They're obviously good at what they do. I thought we were really good in terms of winning the firsts, but then we weren't sharp enough on the seconds, and the second phase of play is where it's most important, because as I say, if their game is winning the first and playing off the second, we've got to be just as sharp as them. And today I just don't think that we were enough. First half especially. Second half I thought we were better. I thought we were the better side second half. Played a lot of good stuff, but then again it's just having the ruthlessness and finishing chances, because we've got in some good positions, and it's just the quality at the top end of the pitch at the minute that we're just lacking a little bit. Obviously it's really good for Ev to come back and have an impact in, I don't know whether the goals is or not. He'll claim it. So that's really positive. That's obviously something that's massive for us, but again, and it's something that we've just said in the change room to the lads, is that we can't rely on Evan. It's got to come from other avenues that we had last year, and we've just got to find that way again.
Obviously you haven't played Carlton Town not long ago. Coming into today's game, was there a bit of a tactical change, or was it just sticking to what you know best and hope that you can improve on?
Yeah, in all honesty, there's not much of a tactical change that we'll make to adapt to other teams because of how confident we are in the way that we play. It was more a case today of actually turning up, playing our game our way, which I don't think that we did 2 weeks ago. And we started the game off like that, as I say, in the first 15-20 minutes. We started the game off really well, and then something just happened after they've got the equaliser, which again is really disappointing. So we've not made any tactical changes. We know what they're good at in terms of winning the first. We just had to be sharper, and after the first 20 minutes of the first half especially, we weren't sharp enough. And then again, like I say, in the second half, I think we probably could have seen the game off fairly early in the second half if we put our chances away.
Obviously, Jaden now, how is he doing?
He's all right. It's still troubling him a little bit. He can still feel a bit of pain. So how long he's out for, we're not sure. I don't think it'll be too long, maybe another week or so. But we've got other bodies that are coming back in that we've seen today, which helps us. We've got a strong squad, so it's now about us using the squad and getting the best out of everyone that we've got available.
Well, obviously on the talk of injuries, Dexter went off.
Yeah.
Obviously receiving treatment just beforehand, and Coden as well, going down at one point and then coming off shortly after.
Yeah.
Are they all good, or?
Yeah, I think Dex just felt just a little bit of tightness. Obviously his game is explosive. He gets the ball and he gets at people aggressively, a lot of sharp movement. So when you feel the tightness, I think sometimes you just pull back a little bit. He's had a lot of trouble over the last few years with his body, so I think he's probably gone into protection mode a little bit, which is then gonna that's going to stop him being out long term. Coden has been out for he's been really unlucky, to be fair. Since he's come into the building, he's had different sort of injuries. So he's played 90 minutes on Saturday, and then it was more a case of just trying to look after him, just trying to look after his load and manage his minutes, really, to make sure that, again, going into Wednesday, going into the rest of the season, we've got as many bodies available as possible.
Obviously, taking penalties is a very pressured sort of moment for the boys. What was the sort of team talk in the huddle on the pitch, and was there like an order specifically set out before the game if performance depends? Or
no. There's no order that's set out. It's kind of just who's going to put your name forward, and the lads did, to be fair, and fair play to anybody that does, because, like I say, it's a pressured situation. The only thing that was really said was, you know, and it's something that the gaffer says all the time, is whenever you stop penalty, is stick to it. Whatever way you go, however you take your penalty, stick to that. If you miss it, doing it how you always do it, then, you know, no one can complain. If you change what you're doing, a little bit like what I did last year, then it can eat away at you. But listen, penalty shootouts are what they are. It's a flip of a coin. I don't really like them, to be fair, but it is what it is. It could have gone either way. It went their way today, unfortunately. So we just regroup and go again Wednesday.
And then, obviously, speaking on Wednesday, it's against Rugby Borough, I believe.
Yeah.
What are like the, I don't know, sort of like the feeling in the change room going into that now? The focus is purely going to be on the league and the Derbyshire Senior Cup.
Just to get back to what we do best, get back to how we play, get back to the basics that we do really, really well, and just making sure that we don't allow anybody to come back into a game from our own doing, which I think is probably over the last 3 or 4 weeks what we've allowed to do, which is why we've not been finishing games off the way that we probably should be, and the way that we were towards the end of last season. But again, as I say, we've got bodies that are coming back in. The squad is stronger, probably the strongest that it has been since we've come back. So yeah, we just need to go and attack it now. Go and have a really good campaign, and that starts from Wednesday.